9 ways to maximize your YouTube channel as a real estate professional. In today's video, we're gonna talk just about that, because at the end of the day, are you on YouTube? Are you maximizing YouTube? And more importantly, are you on YouTube? Are you thinking about getting on YouTube? And are you maybe just kind of torn either way? You heard people are on YouTube, they're filming content, they're having success, but you don't know how to maximize YouTube. You don't know if you want to get on there or not yourself. Well, this video is going to be for you. At the end of the day, there's a lot of different techniques and best practices and ways for you to be able to put video out there, not just on Instagram and TikTok and the traditional social platforms, but we're talking YouTube here, so you can passively prospect and market your business and have more success at the end of the day. So there's 9 different ways for you to maximize your YouTube channel that we're going to talk about in today's video. So you're gonna wanna save for number 9, because number 9 is the most important out of the 9 ways to maximize your YouTube channel. And not only is it the most important, we're also gonna give you another video to think about and to watch as well after this video. So welcome, my name is Norman Kinsey III. I'm the CEO and co-founder of the #1 marketing and positioning agency, and we're here to help licensed real estate professionals like yourself maximize your branding, your website, your lead pages, and your focus point. Are you working with a buyer? Are you working with a seller? Why is that person looking to buy or sell? Why is that person looking to make the move? Are you putting out content to attract that person who potentially wants to buy and or sell with you? And area content is gonna be the best bang for your buck in 2023 and beyond. We're in December when this is being filmed, and we're currently live on Instagram at the same exact time to maximize opportunities. So please do us a favor, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, as Tuesdays and Thursdays you'll be notified for new videos coming out every single week. So the least you could do is subscribe and hit that little bell. Fantastic, okay? So let's go ahead and get into number 1. The first topic is you wanna think about the topics of the video content that you're putting out there. Now, in past videos, we've already talked about various different subject matters that you could talk about. In the beginning of this video, we also talked about how you can put out buyer content, seller content, and area content. Now, when you think about different topics when it comes to your first-time home buyers, those are gonna be millennials. Someone who basically is wanting to buy their first home, and a millennial is gonna be someone that you can reach out to with information and grab their attention, and potentially they'll watch your content, and then you can attract them. They'll build a know, like, and trust, and they'll reach out to you when they're ready to buy, or maybe they'll reach out to you sooner than later to get pre-qualified, who knows. Now, the seller side, let's give you some topics and some things to think about on the seller side that you can actually work on right now, because right now we have high interest rates, we have low inventory, right? In that type of market, or any type of market, when you're coming to thinking about a seller, divorce is always gonna be there, right? Distress is always gonna be there. In good and bad markets, people go through foreclosures. Doesn't matter what market it is. A lot of times it's just headspace or timing, or death in the family, or they're going through stress and anxiety, or potentially it's health related, right? So you have divorce, you have distressed property seller, you have a downsizer, someone needs to downsize, and you have someone also that's going to be relocating because of work. Those are 4 different individuals that are going to sell in every single market. Now, at the end of the day, what could you do in this video to take some notes and think about potentially filming content around those different subjects? So that was going a little bit deeper in number 1, but I hope that was helpful, because we want to get to the second topic, which is content. Now, you want to make sure your content is going to be informative, right? So that's why I said you want to think about what is the subject matter you're going to be talking about for buyer content subject matter, selling subject matter, and or say area subject matter. And you want to make sure it's informative, it's good information, and it's something that you would want to watch yourself, especially if you're going to be working with you, right? So at the end of the day, you want to make sure the information is going to be informative, it's impactful, and it's something that they can actually use, right? So if you're a first-time home buyer and you've not bought a home yet, on average, what does your credit score need to be, right? On average, for the average loan, how much money do you need down, right? Are you getting a 30-year fix? Are you getting a 15-year fix? Do you need to get pre-qualified? Do you have a preferred lender for them to talk to, and so on and so forth? So number 2, you wanna make sure content is informative and it's interesting to watch. So number 9 is gonna go into how do you make it interesting to watch. Number 3, you wanna make sure the title is going to be catchy. If your title is going to be catchy, then you're gonna be able to grab their attention, right? So at the end of the day, you could do something like, don't buy a home in 2023, right? Like, that's a catchy title. Now, when someone clicks on a YouTube video, they're gonna click on a YouTube video because of 2 different things, because your title and number 4, your thumbnail. So you wanna make sure your thumbnail is going to be very much pertinent to the title. So the title's catchy, the thumbnail's catchy, it's you, it's pointing, it's smiling, it's something, right? It's mad, right? And then catching their attention to get them to watch the video, like potentially this video caught your attention for you to watch this video. So make sure title going to be catchy and also thumbnail is going to be catchy. Number 5, frequency. The frequency of the videos. Now, how often do you need to be putting out videos? Now, it's one thing on social media, they say you should be putting out like 3 pieces of content out per day. I know individuals that put something out in the morning, in the afternoon, like lunchtime, and then in the evening, right? Now with YouTube, you know, we Liftoff Agent and our clients, we tell them to do either 1 video a week, 2 videos a week, and you can get up to 3 videos a week, and we're technically doing 2 ourselves. And then if you talk to like someone who's like the vice president of Sharon, who appeared on our podcast for Real Estate First Technology, sponsored by Liftoff, he says you should be putting out videos like Monday through Friday and just like accelerate, like hit it as hard as you possibly can. But you don't wanna burn yourself out, so you wanna make sure that you can at least get to a good tempo. Now, we're live on IG right now, and I was just talking about the fact that it's good to do a filming content day, which today is our filming content day at Liftoff Agent. So we specifically have 1 day just to film this content, give it over to the team, so we're good to go. So right now we're filming 5 different pieces of content to be ahead of ourselves, so then they can do the catchy title, the catchy thumbnail, post a video, goes on the website, goes on the social media and all the other platforms, which we actually do and put on autopilot for you, but that's something that we actually can, you know, help you with, but also something you should just do on your own, you know, no matter what. That's definitely something to take consideration. So number 6, you want to think about also your CTAs. What are going to be your call to actions, right? If someone watches your video, you want to have a reason why they're watching the video, and you want to have a call to action, and you want them to know, first off, that you're a licensed real estate professional, right? And you know who you're with, if you want to talk about who you're with, areas that you serve, right? And then letting them know that, hey, if you're a first-time home buyer, guess what? We have a preferred lender who can go ahead and get you pre-qualified. So at least that way you know what you qualify for, and then we can talk about how much you have down and actually really find out if this is something that you're gonna be able to buy sooner or later as far as a home that you're gonna purchase, right? That's your CTA. Sellers, hey, you know, thank you for waiting to the end of the video. I have a comprehensive guide that you can utilize to help you with the sale of your home, right? So seller guide. So that's something that you would have at the end of your video, and you would encourage someone to watch into the end, because I have this guide. Down below is a link, and then they click a link, and then they go ahead and get the guide. And at the end of your video, you can actually put the link at the card above. There's usually like a card above you'll see on a YouTube video, and then that would actually just be like a link that they can click on. It goes to your website, they can get the guide, they can download the guide, and that's something that we do here at Liftoff Agent as well, as we help you out with the guides, going through that process, so you can then have a CTA in your video, call to action, and then you have the guide. So number 7, so you want to think about drop off. Now, at the end of the day, when you're filming YouTube videos, it's not like social media, we have 3 seconds to grab their attention. You have 30 seconds to a minute to get them to get really involved in your video and really be like, okay, I want to watch it to the end. And depending on the drop off point of your video, you might want to change things up, because, you know, starting a video out with like, I'm Norman Kinsey with Liftoff Agent and we're a real estate marketing company, who cares? No one cares about that. What they care about is the value that they're going to receive from the video, and the title and the thumbnail being the first thing that's going to be addressed, so they know that they're there and they're getting what they want, right? And then after you add the video, the value in the video, then you can go ahead and have like a CTA or who you are, who you're with, and things like that. So when you start putting out YouTube videos, make sure you look at your drop-off rate, and it's also good too to then ask them to like, subscribe, and comment on the video at the beginning of the video, so that way you can be able to take advantage of the opportunity of them being there for the first 30 seconds to a minute. So you might want to get out as much as you want in the first 30 seconds to a minute to get them to watch the rest of the video. So drop off point, think about that, where people drop off on your videos. Number 8 is length of your video. So believe it or not, you want the length of your video to be 10 to 15 minutes or longer on YouTube. Now, with short form content, you have a minute to a minute and a half depending on where you're posting. YouTube Shorts, you have a minute. If you're on Instagram, you have a minute and a half, right? With YouTube, you wanna have anywhere from, say, 10 to 15 minutes. Right now, we're currently at about 10 minutes. But if you get up to, believe it or not, 30 minutes to an hour, YouTube actually really looks at that as a positive. And so that's where you're seeing YouTube pushing a lot more content that's actually gonna be vlog content. So you'll see a lot of vlog content getting pushed, and you know, we have Real Estate vs. Technology, which is our blog, or should I say our podcast, which is, I mean, it's not a vlog, but it's a podcast, but I'm thinking vlog for some reason. So when you have a podcast and it's over an hour, they're really pushing that, but also, of course, if you're vlogging your life, they'll push that as well if it's over a certain amount of time. And just like this content as well, if you can get it over, say 15 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour, you can do a really good job with getting additional viewership. Now, someone who does a really good job with this in the real estate space that you might know is Mr. Mike Sherrard, is a friend of mine. And so he'll do videos like this, but then tied into his kind of podcast, interviewing someone that's had success in the arena of what the video subject matter is going to be about. Number 9, you waited until the end, you got to number 9, and this is the point of the video that I think is gonna kind of bring it all together for you. Because when you're going through filming content, in order to grab someone's attention, just like if you're to meet someone, say on social media, and you are having a conversation with them, point it over here because I'm live, what's up? So you have a conversation with them, whether you know it's on the phone, on social media, or in person, you story tell. So number 9 is storytelling, because at the end of the day, when's the last time you talked to someone about something? And then you imagine what they're telling you in your mind, and kind of like the place and like the setting and like what they were talking about, like you were almost there. And those are things that you want to really think about, because you want to go into, you know, the hook, right? And you want to grab their attention, get them over a minute to watch your video, to get them to get into 15 minutes. And if you're going to do that, you got to tell a story, and you also need to give them something to hang on to watch the whole entire video, which why I said at the beginning of the video, you're gonna wanna stay until number 9 at the end of the video, because it's the best part, and it's the one takeaway that you could really take to the bank, and what's gonna bring this whole entire video together full circle, okay? So think about when you get into your videos and you're talking about a subject matter, tie it in with your clients, tie it in with your past prospects or someone you've already worked with, so you can bring it together full circle and you can really be able to maximize those opportunities. So actually number 9 is going to be another video that we're gonna talk about in storytelling, and I'm actually gonna be going over 2 stories with you. One about how I met my wife on Instagram, and another one how I also, what was it, my wife, and there was another one, I forgot what it was, my business partner, that's what it was. Smith Chung, our co-founder here at Liftoff Agent, how I met him online as well, and how I was able to basically, you know, marry my wife and, you know, solidify my relationship with my partner, Smith Chung, to grow this business to where we're at here with hundreds of agents all across the country. So I hope that was helpful. We're now about 13 minutes into this video, so I hit that 10-minute mark. I really want to hit the 15-minute mark, but I hope that you could see that I wanted to make this video interacting, more interactional. So that way you feel like you're interacting with me, you're going through the numbers with me, it's coming together full circle, and you're getting a lot of value, right? And I'm tying it in with storytelling and what have you. So let's quickly recap as we close out this video. I appreciate you waiting to the end, and then we'll have access to the next video you can watch here after this video. And thank you so much for staying to the end. I really do appreciate it. So number 1, you wanna make sure your topics are gonna be something that people are gonna gravitate to. Number 2, you wanna make sure your content is gonna be informative. Number 3, you wanna make sure the title is gonna catch you. Number 4, you wanna make sure you have a great thumbnail. Number 5, you wanna make sure the frequency of the video is anywhere from 2 to 3 times a week. Number 6, you wanna have good call to actions in your video. Number 7, you wanna make sure that you look at the drop-off points of your video to get them, and the goal should be to get them to watch your whole entire YouTube video. Number 8, you wanna make sure that you have, you know, longer videos and shorter videos. So one thing, because you have to film videos anyways, but the longer, the better. So 10 to 15 minutes. I encourage you to get to 30. That'd be amazing, or even an hour. That's gonna be a long video. I'll tell you what, I'm only 14 minutes in, and after writing up all the scripts and the descriptions and the thumbnails, or doing the write-up and doing all the various bullet points and then doing this video, it takes a lot out of you, believe it or not. You're like, oh, it's time to go eat some lunch. And then number 9, you wanna make sure that you storytell. So thank you so much, appreciate your time. Norman Kinsey, Liftoff Agent, #1 marketing positioning agency strategy session called a demo on the website. If you take advantage of that, we can go into, you know, your videos, what you're doing, your goal set for 2024 and beyond. And then we could also be able to talk about how we can put together a plan to start, ramp, or scale up your real estate business. So thanks so much for watching, appreciate you, God bless. Best of luck with your videos, hope that was helpful. Like, subscribe, new videos Tuesdays and Thursdays. And what was your best takeaway in the comments down below? We'll see you on the next one.